What's up, guys? I am back in action. So this is an update from the last time that I made a video back in October, I want to say. So my goal was to basically put on 10 pounds of muscle, thinking that the Follistatin was going to be this, powerful thing that, could really drive a ton of muscle growth. Now, don't get me wrong, it absolutely is powerful, but I didn't do my part, which was eating enough. And throughout the course of a couple weeks after making that initial video, I actually realized that I'm pretty comfortable with the size that I'm at, and I was going to try to grow and get bigger for basically just for publicity purposes. I mean, I like the way that I look and I like the way that I feel. I don't really see a need for too much more muscle growth. Now, there are some things I can correct with my physique, like my calves. Definitely need to work on those. I can use some work on my quads. And that's pretty much it. I mean, the rest of my physique is relatively proportionate to me. I'm kind of just maintaining. And I know a lot of people online don't really say this. It's okay to just maintain. Like, you don't have to always be trying to improve and trying to get better and better in terms of size. Like, you can easily just enjoy the way that you look and work on other facets of your life, whether it's financial, emotional, other physical things too. You could start doing more functional stuff. You can get thicker abs. There's other things to do. So we live in a time now where it's just bigger is always better, but that's definitely not the case. And I also know a lot of guys that do this specifically because they think that getting bigger will mean more women will also flock to them. And it's a bell-shaped curve here. Women like a man who takes care of their body, but people like Sulek, of that size, like, women don't really like that, from the ones that I've spoken to at least. They like a guy that's fit, that has some abs showing, some decently sized guns, some good buys and tries, but overall, they don't have to be this gigantic, gargantuan bodybuilder, glutton of a looking guy. It's a little intimidating anyway. I was planning on going for 205, but I decided that I like the way that I am, so I'm still trying to get to 198, give or take, and hold that. But the amount of food that I have to consume, it's just too much. It's too much. It bogs you down. And I'm also trying to grow my business, right? I'm trying to get the word out to the masses about how to really optimize physique, how you can optimize your genes, how you can live longer, how you can optimize your mind. And I can't be sitting here eating and pounding a ton of food, because that's going to shuttle blood from my brain to my gut. And if that's the case, then I won't have enough mental energy to actually do the things that I would need to do. So that's really the main factor here with getting bigger. Is a lot of people don't tell you, but the bigger you get, the more difficult daily life becomes. You got to buy new clothes, first of all. Then you have to eat more. You got to sleep more. You got to rest more. You got to train more. And then you also have to train cardio more, because you have to make your heart and cardiovascular system work even harder to pump all the blood through the new muscles. So it's really just kind of a crazy concept here to just keep growing and growing. There's got to be a point where you're just happy with the way that you look. I'm not saying that most of us out there are close to attaining their peak physique or their optimal physique. I think a lot of us need a lot more work to get to that point, but there definitely needs to be a point where we are actually healthy and we're happy with the size that we're at. There's other avenues of life that we have to focus on. It's not just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's a side effect from something deeper going on. Usually, super abnormal muscle growth is a result of trauma and a result of a wounded ego. So a lot of men feel the need to get as big as possible to kind of hide themselves and cover up and at least try to portray a different image, which is this masculine macho guy who needs to just lift all this weight and push it around, but then deep down they're just this same scared little individual who hasn't actually dealt with their traumas, who hasn't dealt with their emotions yet. And that's why you'll see a lot of guys out there who are super jacked. They'll have outbursts. They'll just freak out over little things. You get the little roid rage because you're basically adding gas to a fire. People have unresolved trauma, and then they go ahead and add gear to the mix, especially tren. So it's like, what are you really even trying to do here? But anyway, I'm about to do a workout right now. I have 10 by 10 with legs, so 100 squats, and it's gonna be with 225. So I'm gonna record that. I'm gonna start a challenge for you guys. Can you do the 10 by 10 225 challenge? Let me know in the comments section. I have a feeling most of you guys aren't gonna make it, but prove me wrong. I'll see you inside. All right, so I'm starting with a warm up, just 135, and then I'm going right into it with 225. I like to sit at the bottom here to stretch the hip flexors, stretch the quads, get as much mobility as I possibly can. That way I'm not going to be too tight for full range of motion, and I can get a better workout out of it. I always see so many guys squatting but never going down all the way. Huge mistake. Hey, what's up? Time for 225 for 100 reps. Now, a lot of people will tell you that this is junk volume, but if you've never done it before, you wouldn't say that. One down, 90 to go. Haven't even drank my pre-workout yet. What a shame. All right, I'm gonna conserve my battery. Turn it back on for the next set. All right, so we are back in action for set 2. Something you definitely have to remember is it's not about the weight, it's about the quality of the reps. It's about time under tension, it's about pushing yourself, but you don't have to get hurt doing it. As you can see, Sam Sulek just pulled, or maybe even micro tore his pec ego lifting. The ego is not doing you any favors. at least in terms of putting up weight. The ego can certainly help you to become more confident at work and get more shit done. Here we go, set 3. Oh my God, 30 down, 70 to go. I'm gonna pause this, conserve my battery. We are back for set 4. This is not gonna be easy today. Got my pre-workout here, custom made. I put L-citrulline, branched-chain amino acids, dextrose, betaine anhydrous, NALT, so tyrosine, pink Himalayan salts, coconut water, and taurine. You don't need all the stims. This is stim free, so I could drink it either at night or in the morning without raising my blood pressure too much. And that also brings me to another point. When these guys are getting so fucking jacked out of their mind, they need more and more pre-workout in order to actually get their body to start moving, in order to get the heart to pump harder, to force the blood through. So you really don't want to do that. I mean, for obvious reasons. You don't want to stress the heart, stress the blood vessels if you don't have to. The bigger you get, the more problems you have. Keep that in mind. And trying to get to your best physique, don't go overboard. At least that's my advice to you. All right, hoodie's coming off. That's better. You like it? Okay, set 4. Down, 60 to go. We're starting set 5. The other thing I want to cover is I lost a decent amount of size from ceasing the Follistatin. I finished the bottle, and instead of doing another, I decided to just chill on it because I was just eating way too much. It was getting too expensive. And don't forget, the more calories that you eat, the faster you age. Every calorie that you eat ages you. So with that in mind, I wanted to just slow down on the growth. And as a result of that, I actually lost like a pound from October to now. But I can get it back quick. So that's not too much of a concern for me. What is the concern is optimizing brain function and looking good, looking my best, feeling my best. That brings me to this next point about this nasty nootropic stack that I took this morning. So it's phenylpiracetam, L-tyrosine, triacetyluridine, a half tablet of modafinil, creatine HCl, L-carnitine, NAC, and Pacopa Monieri, and L-theanine. This stack could very well be the limitless stack. I know it's not as simple as just taking a single pill, but there's really not much that exists that could do that. But This is the closest you're gonna get to a limitless pill. All right, let's get it.
It's so rolling, not a stop. Watch shit don't never stop.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
It's the flow that got the block hot.
Halfway there. The other thing I took was NMN. I've been experimenting with that for quite a bit. At first I thought it was really cool, and then I take it, I didn't feel too much, and then stopped taking it for a little while, and I went back to it, started taking the real amount, a full scoop, and that's when I really started to notice the power of this stuff. So NMN, nicotinamide mononucleotide, NMN, it's a precursor to making NAD, which is the energy currency inside your cells. It's a very close, I think, derivative of niacin, so B3. Shit works. Now the only company that I'd recommend is Do Not Age. Their brand. It's third-party tested, super clean. It's a little pricey, but definitely slows down the aging process for sure. And you can feel a little bit of a zip in your energy. My mind is way sharper on it. I did not think that was gonna happen. So I've tested this, not taking it, taking it, going back and forth. I definitely know when I take it. And then of course I stack that with caffeine. So the whole stack here, it's a long laundry list. But I would say Bryan Johnson's list is probably double the size, and when it doesn't have to be. He's supplementing with things that you can get from animal foods. He also looks like a skeleton, low-key. So while he may be slowing down the aging process a little bit, he's also stealing blood from his son, let's not forget. So is that the benefit that he's experiencing from younger blood? Or is it from all the supplements, from his sleep routine? We don't really know, but I'm almost positive that the blood transfusion thing has a lot to do with it. What do you guys think? Bryan Johnson, is he scrawny? Is he big enough? All right, set 6, here we come. Completed set 6. My legs are fucking shot. You gotta catch my breath on that one. "10 by 10 squats is the ultimate test. Test your cardiovascular system, muscle endurance, and your willpower. It's also gonna boost the fuck out of your growth hormone levels, your testosterone levels naturally, simply because you're recruiting the most amount of muscle of any exercise. Maybe I would say power cleans recruits the most, but you don't really rep out power cleans. You could, it's not often done. But I'm gonna conserve my battery. I'm gonna need about 2 minutes rest. I'll see you in a second. All right, I am back. Change of view, change the angle for you guys, just so you can get a good idea of where I'm at. I'm in the corner over here, so I don't bother anybody. They get a little bit worried when they're on camera. They get a little bit self-conscious. All right, starting set 8. Good Lord. I'm sorry, but anybody who doesn't squat, unless you have like a medical disability or anatomical disability, if you're handicapped, fine. If you just choose not to squat, I'm calling you out, you're a bitch. Squatting is the most important exercise you could possibly do. If you think I'm wrong, I'd be happy to debate. I'll see you for set 9. All right, set 9 coming at you. $90 reps down, 10 to go. Catch you on the last one. Last fucking set, let's go. 90 reps down, 10 to go. All right. Let's see, I got here at 11 o'clock. It is now 11:52. Took me about an hour. If you're gonna try the 10 by 10 challenge, get it done without an hour. Let's go.